Hello, y'all. This is Listening Lotus coming back to y'all with another reading. I hope everybody is doing well out there, taking good care of themselves, drinking your water, going outside, getting as much fresh air as you can. Even if it's cold, go out when the sun is out for even a couple minutes. You never know. All of it can do a great help, as well as taking your vitamins. Okay, I do understand it's a little bit colder in certain other parts of the world, but we're still going to do our best. Okay. Thank you guys so much for all the likes, shares, comments, and subscribe. I just had to reiterate that again. Thank you guys so much for any love that you have gotten in any way, shape, or form that you have sent my way. I send back to you, okay? In all the forms. All right. Let's just go ahead and just see what comes out and go from there. Go from there. Okay. So we have is reserve. It says asking for and accepting help is a sign of strength and wisdom, regardless of one's abilities. Okay. And I do feel like this might be even an extension of the previous video that I did, where it was basically, to sum it up, I think he was talking about basically pride and somebody being too prideful to reach out and speak out, ask for help, was worrying too much about being um, receiving judgment from others, when we have to always realize that, I mean, that just kind of comes with the territory. And if you feel like that is too much or whatever, at least you express and say what you need, that you had to say. Um, and then you can move forward from there, because you should be able to be expressive around the people that you have around you and be able to speak freely in a respectable way, that can still be received, right? So maybe just working on not being so reserved is the biggest of what is going on with somebody right now. It's a such thing as going inward a little too much. Sometimes you need to bring some of that out to the forefront. Okay. You gotta stop feeling like you can do everything. Because in all actuality, everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs something. Everybody needs something done. Everybody needs help. Simple as that. Next card we have is territory. It says, be confident in claiming what rightfully belongs to you and make your presence known and mark your territory with grace and assertiveness, okay? You ain't got to be all dominant in a sense, but you can definitely let somebody know what you are, let them know what you stand for, express how you feel, and do it from a way, still, still doing it in a loving way, but, letting them know, hey, I ain't to be played with. And momentum, maintaining a consistent stride and remaining concentrated until your goal is fulfilled is very important right now at this time, okay? So keeping the momentum, and just slowly allowing things to unfold as they see fit. Oh, my bad, y'all. Okay. And that's pretty much all they got for that one. Let's see in what ways, maybe why this unwillingness, or not unwillingness, why this willingness to feel the need to be reserved. Yeah. Why somebody's so, okay. It is, you feel like that's the way for you to elevate your energy. It says energy determines your reality. Lift your vibrations and watch the world shift, okay? But you can do this. See? I've been releasing all day. With elevating your energy, okay? There's a multitude of ways to do that. The next card we have is to sit with the wound. I like this card because a lot of times, when we are in reserve mode, okay, uh-oh, I have to take the candle with me. when we are in reserve mode like this, it's usually because we are trying to settle some things, settle within ourselves some things that had happened to us. But it says to sit with the wound. Not everything needs to be fixed right away. Some healing begins when you're willing to say what hurts. Okay? Yeah, this is an extension, definitely. I might even say that this is a part 2. I don't know. But this is an extension of the energy that had came out in the previous reading. Whoever I'm speaking with, okay? Look, this is a part of the process. And what I want to express that comes a part of this process before I get into the other card about you being reserved and sitting in these wounds, but most importantly, being expressive. I think the way I had put it before was um, expressing what is suppressing. And in the process of you doing that, okay, that is you healing yourself. That is you regenerating your nervous system, healing your nervous system, okay, being able to speak up and stand up for yourself, okay. You can still be territorial, right, but still get your point across in a very loving way, right. And with you sitting with these wounds and expressing what is hurting you and really letting things come out to the forefront, okay? And letting people know that you just as human as the next person or whatever. Like, yeah, you may have been carrying, not even you have been carrying a lot on your shoulders, right? But when you speak out against these things and what hurt you, who hurt you, how they hurt you, um, you're calling your power back to you when you do these things. Simple as that. All right. And I love that for y'all because giving the power to somebody else, I mean, that's like a battery. We're all batteries. Some of us are fully charged, okay? And some of us are regaining our charge, okay? We're plugged into the wall right now. And so that's kind of what you're doing. You're plugging yourself back into the wall and you're addressing certain things so that you can be a full charge battery. And with that, it says, trust the lesson, not the pain. Trust the lesson, not the pain. So after you sit with this wound and you address, and all of this comes to you getting full circle with elevating your energy. All of this derives from, so even look at this backwards in a sense, like sitting with the wound, trusting the lesson that you had gained from it, okay? Not necessarily looking at the pain from it, because and then understanding this is all about elevating your energy, your light, your inner alchemist, your what's the other word I'm looking for, just like your inner light, your inner being, understanding that this is the origin of it all, okay, so that you can basically be clear, peace, joy, all the stuff. But trust the lesson, not the pain. It says you weren't meant to stay hurt. The pain is the messenger. The wisdom is what you carry forward. But somebody right now is so focused on the pain, and so much pain to the point it's affecting you physically. That's why he holds his stomach like that. I think I even spoke about that in the previous reading, where your gut is the number one place where when you have a lot of gut issues, it has a lot to do with worrying and things like that. Maybe even taking certain herbs. I know ginger is a really good herb for your digestive system that can also help dissipate some of that. And just kind of do your own research depending on the person, okay? Because not everything works for everybody, but that's just my little 2 cents as to how to work through that a little bit. But yeah, trust trust the lesson, not the pain. And not only that, maintaining momentum. Like once you start seeing, because that happens a lot of times too. We'll lose momentum soon as we start feeling a little bit better in the process. Say you do start drinking or eating ginger or putting ginger in your food or something, you know, it's like, oh, your tummy start feeling a little bit better, or the case may be. But you instantly start feeling like, oh, okay, well then it's not as that big of a deal. Still being expressive and addressing um some of the things that are hurting you or bothering you, you start pushing that shit off to the wayside and not really addressing the real original root of where this wound is coming from. Not only just mentally, but you may have addressed it physically for a minute, but mentally it's like it's you still on a little bit of a loop. And they're saying, no, keep the momentum going. Get that shit out. Okay? So let's see What else they want you to know? Okay, my bad, y'all. Let's see what else that they want you to know and go from there. Adventure. I will ride with the tide, or I will ride the tide. It says, change me, beloved, change me, divine beloved, into one who rides the tide happily, trusting where I'm being led, even when everything doesn't make sense yet. So maybe also whoever is sitting with the wound, right, and really addressing, because the whole point is like we want to feel better, but we want to feel better in its entirely. Okay, we don't even want this thing to keep popping up as a reoccurrence. We're addressing this shit not one time and one time only, but this time, we really want to nip it in the bud as to where the origin of a lot of this stuff may be coming from and just really expressing and getting it out. So that way in the future, if there is anything that may come up, it's more present. Okay, we're not focusing so much stuff that has happened to us in the past, right? But most importantly, maybe you're not on top of not feeling the best, but maybe you're not going through the best circumstances or things right now. So you're like, okay, well, I don't really understand what the hell is going on right now, okay? But I understand that I'm going to trust the process regardless of whether I think it makes sense or not right now, okay? Just really trusting the process and the adventure that you're on. All right. So let's see what else pop out. This is definitely really good. Definitely really good. Okay. I guess we're going to finish with these. Next card is to understand that you're protected. Okay. You have protection. Even the affirmation, if you want to say it, that's at the top, it says that make sure you say it, I am safe. Okay. The card reads, it says, change me, but the divine beloved, into one who is protected from all negative energy and predictions. Fill me with your dazzling and radiant light. Make me a vessel for your love. I now release all fears I've absorbed from others, because a lot of times when we're going through this and we start releasing a lot of the stuff, we end up realizing that a lot of the fears or a lot of the things that we were feeling, or maybe even some of the mental mindsets as to how we thought about things through certain thought processes, wasn't even shit of our own. Okay, let's just keep it a buck. It might be from family and friends, people that were closest to us that sometimes we allow their influences to impact us in not necessarily all the positive ways all the time, okay? And it's easier to come from them and it go unnoticed because we tend to be a lot more trusting of the people that we see day in and day out, especially loved ones, okay? Or really close friends, etc., etc. Mostly, lastly, we have is authenticity. Well, it's not lastly, we got one more. Authenticity. I can be my I can be my true self. Let me show y'all. Bam. I can be my true self. This card reads, it says, change me, divine beloved, into one who has the courage to be my true self. Allow me to honor my sexuality, desires, and needs as sacred expression of your divine love. Okay? And again, I do feel like even with this authenticity card coming out, I don't even think it's necessarily somebody who's not being completely authentic, but they're not being fully expressive in their authenticity. So you may be showing bits and parts of you, but you're not showing all of you to its fullest potential. Okay, which is still going to stagnate you in a sense, because now you're almost buffering or feeling like you having more control over things than you think you have about how people may perceive you or how people may look at certain things, or all the shit, okay? Child, please. And lastly, getting your rest, okay? Because whoever this is, and that's the reason why I'm letting this stay up here where you can see it. You're not getting your rest. Trust that all your needs will be met with this balance card. It says, my needs will be met. It says, change me, divine beloved, into one who can fully offer my schedule to you so my life can be in balance. Let me take rest whenever necessary, trusting that one way or another, all my needs will be met. Okay, really trusting this process from the adventure on down to balance. Okay, really getting a better understanding of self, trusting yourself while you're going through this process. But most importantly, while you're doing all this, don't forget to maintain the momentum. Don't forget to maintain this momentum. Once you get this with these wheels turning and this ball start rolling, and even when you start, because I do feel like that's why this came out first, where you've been through this cycle before, where say you were saying and doing certain things and you were starting to feel a little bit better, and then you fell off. And it happens, okay? And that comes with, especially around this time, right? Everybody got their New Year's resolutions or things that they want to do, and it sounds good for the month of January, but by the time March comes, where y'all be at? Okay, be about ready to cancel the gym membership because you ain't went all of February. Okay, stop doing that. And that's just my little tidbit. Don't come for me, okay, y'all. Don't come for me. Um, but definitely keeping the momentum, okay? Always remember, and I'm gonna say this, I think I said it before, but slow and steady, excuse me. Slow and steady definitely does win the race. A lot of times we be feeling like we gotta do all of this stuff in a 24-hour period. When it's like, even if you just do two things to help yourself come out of this, to show up for yourself, that's good. And then maybe next time aim for three, but most importantly is the consistency. Even if it's just one thing a day, consistency. Okay, keeping the momentum. You got this. All right. Let me see. Um, let's see what else. Now y'all know how I feel about these cards. Oh, oh, look. Oh, okay, 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 okay. I'm saying okay because the cards said it. I didn't say it. Please, whatever you do, okay. Just read the cards if you can't do nothing else. Just read the cards. This says to unplug, okay? I'm in an offline state of mind. I'm gonna just put that out there. The next card, y'all read it. It say good grief. Don't take things personally. Somebody is really just like, oh, woe is me. I got this, that, and the third going on. And you may be doing this so much to the point it's like you're not even being present in the gratitude of things that may be happening for you. Okay, it's not all about you. They had to just let you know straight up, like, look, everything ain't all about you, even though it might be your world that's flipping upside down, but it's bigger than you. Understand, shit really do be bigger than us. Okay. And to furthermore follow up, it says, in other words, meditate. Okay, meditate, purge that shit. Sit down and shut up. Look, that's what the card said. Okay. That's why I love these cards, because these cards gonna give it to y'all straight point, blank period, without making me look like I'm always the crazy one. And I love that. Okay. And lastly, it says pick one thing beyond your control and let it go. Just like that. Okay. A lot of the stuff that whoever this is, hold on, where you at? Whoever this is, you, even the stuff that you got your stomach in knots about, some of the stuff you can't even do nothing about. Ah, okay. Busy transcending bullshit. And what I mean by transcending, that means even down to taking a shit. It's why your stomach hurt. I mean, I'm not trying to be explicit, but you need to release. And sometimes just sitting on the toilet. Do you know a lot of people would take, now this is a little explicit, so I'm gonna put it out there. Don't, if you're mad at me, I apologize. I ain't even gonna tell you what you can and can't do because you're grown. But at least you should be listening to these. um, but a lot of times where, because when people have so much stress and worry or whatever, that it's even um harder for them to pass a stool. A lot of times y'all, and I didn't even gonna say y'all, hell, I'll speak for myself too. You'll be sitting up there having um 2 or 3 weeks worth of food in your stomach, looking bloated as hell, okay? When if you just relax and allow that shit to pass through and relax and breathe and meditate, okay? Sit down and shut up. Don't be on your phone in that intimate time when you're on your toilet. Just breathe and watch how much I guarantee y'all, because look here, I done did it. Telling on myself, I done did it. Okay? I have pictures of me. Maybe I'll even post them one time. I have pictures of me. I looked damn near pregnant, y'all. Okay? Wasn't nothing going on but some stress, over worrying about shit that I couldn't even fucking control. And once I started literally relaxing, okay, and letting certain shit just kind of like, I can't do nothing about it, okay? But I'm gonna still show up in the ways that I can day by day. And I started to really relax. Child, all that weight went away. I mean, I was looking like a smooth 4 months, okay, and counting. Because y'all do realize that y'all intestines can stretch. I know that y'all know that. So you be surprised how much can be compacted up in there, okay? And I'm telling you, I wasn't doing nothing different. I wasn't eating no extra healthy foods or nothing. I just simply was like, you know what? I did do one thing. I got more rest. And even when you transcend it, you'll be surprised how just simply getting the rest that you need, that level of transcending will transcend your body. Okay? So I done gave y'all my little disclaimer. I hope y'all wasn't too grossed out by that. But I feel like that just needs to be said. Okay, whoever it resonates for, good, others, I mean, I apologize, okay, y'all. But whoever this go for. But in the meantime, in between time, yeah, hey, chill the fuck out. Literally. Ain't that what the it's not all about you. Go offline, okay? Turn that TV off and sit down and shut up sometimes, okay? It's okay to do so. Perfectly fine, okay? Just because you got a mouth don't mean it gotta move. But in the meantime, in between time, let me know y'all how this resonated. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And in the meantime, go ahead and do your best to look your best. And I will talk to y'all when I talk to y'all. Bye.